A few years ago, I was with a friend, and we visited Muir Woods in Northern California. And we go there every year together, and our purpose is to get away from kind of everyone and everything and just climb some mountains and be with the redwood trees and in quiet. So as we were walking through, there was a group of tourists, and we wanted to kind of walk by them as soon as possible. There was a forest ranger who was speaking to them. And as we were rushing by, the forest ranger said, "I want to tell you the underground secret of the redwood forest." And I was a teenager in the 1960s, so I have this inclination to underground secrets. So I told my friend, let's just wait and hear what he says. The forest ranger explained that in these forests are among the largest, tallest, and oldest trees on the planet. Some of these trees are 2,000 years old. They're growing on a hilly terrain. The soil is very loose. And over the centuries, there have been massive earthquakes, windstorms, snowstorms. How do these trees keep growing through all of the different challenges that have come? And then he was quiet, and everyone was thinking. He said, "Now I will tell you the underground secret. The roots of the trees under the ground reach out to connect with the roots of other trees. And as soon as two roots meet, they embrace one another. They wrap around each other. In this way," he said, "every tree in this entire forest is directly or indirectly connected and giving support to every other tree." The big, gigantic, ancient redwood trees are reaching out roots, and the little tiny redwood trees, they're just like threads, the roots. They wrap around the big ones, and they get all their support. Unity is strength. This is a lesson of nature for humanity, that in unity there is true strength. But we find if the branches wrap around each other, they're not going to have the same effect. It's the roots support. And similarly, the root of our consciousness really is our hearts. That's where all the blood is pumping from. And the heart is the sitting place of love. When we connect to that love within our hearts, then it expresses as compassion. And this is the greatest need in the world, to understand how we are all interdependent with each other, what we have in common with each other. From a spiritual perspective, life is sacred, and when we recognize that in ourselves, we recognize that sacred potential in others. And then we live, whatever we may do, whether we're swamis, or doctors or lawyers or accountants or farmers or politicians, whatever our role may be in society, we're not trying to find happiness through the things that we can get, but we actually understand that true happiness is sharing what we have within ourselves, that journey within. Things can give some amount of satisfaction to the physical senses and to the mind, but things can never give fulfillment to the heart.